Bemorlar kelganda birinchi shikoyatlari qanday bo'lishi mumkin? Qonning qusish yoki bo'lmasam axlatdan qon kelishi. Shu holatlarda biz birinchi o'rinda qo'llaydigan dori tabletka terlipresin deb aytyaptilar. Siz buni qo'llaysizmi yo'qmi deb so'rayapti. Qo'llanadimi bunday tabletka sizda? Yes.
So, terlipressin is the drug of choice to start in these patients, along with blood transfusions. If you do not have terlipressin, then somatostatin also can be used.
Agar sizda bunday tabletka qo'llanilsa, ikkinchisida turgan somatostatin shuni ham ishlatishgan bo'lishingiz mumkin deb aytyapti.
So you stabilize the patient, and in next 6 to 12 hours, the patient should undergo an endoscopy. So endoscopy, urgent endoscopy is within 12 hours of the admission to hospital.
12 soat muddat ichida bunday kasallarni biz endoskopik amaliyotni qilishimiz kerak bo'ladi.
So once you see varices on endoscopy, you band the varices. So again, I want to ask whether banding sets are available here. Banding sets. So we have to band the vessels in the pipe. Do we have banding sets here? The band machine.
Endoskopik yo'l bilan qonayotgan to'xtatish shunday imkoniyat bormi bu yerda deb sizlar qo'llanadimi? Praktikada bormi?
So that's mandatory. So banding is life-saving for these patients. You start them on medicines, either terlipressin or somatostatin, and then band the patient.
Bu yerda bu metodni ishlab qo'l keladi, qon ketayotgan tomirni ko'tarish, to'xtatish qonni asosiy birinchilardan qiladigan ishlardan biri.
So be a set of patients whose bleeding you will not be able to control with medicines or banding. That is the patient which requires tips. So I know tips is not done in Uzbekistan, but it is a life-saving procedure. We do it in India, and this is especially for those patients whose bleed is either recurrent.
Bilishimiz bo'yicha O'zbekistonda bu amaliyot qo'llanilmaydi. Lekin bu ayni saqlab qoluvchi amaliyotlardan biri.
Don't respond to endoscopy. Patient who bleeds, the risk of death in those patients depends on the liver disease status of the patient.
Boşalt böyle.
Next complication. For ascites, the most important thing is to decrease the salt in the diet. The patient who has ascites, the salt has to be decreased to 2 grams per day.
Ikkinchi sababimiz assid. Siz qon bo'shlig'ini qilishi. Bunday holatlarda agar assid boshqa asoratlanmagan bo'lsa, kundalikda qo'llaniladigan tuz miqdorini tushirish bilan, ya'ni parhez yo'l bilan davolanadi. Birinchi 2 grammgacha kundalikda qo'llanishi 2 grammgacha tushiradi tuz miqdori.
In addition to decreasing salt, you have to add furosemide and spironolactone. But the important thing is that if you don't decrease salt, the ascites will not come under control even on very high dose of medicines.
Keyin qo'llanilgan tabletkalar prosin va spironolakton. Lekin buni shuni aytib o'tish kerakki, agarda parhezni qo'llamasak, agar tuz miqdorini tushirmasak, biz ishlatayotgan hech qaysi tabletkalar yordam bermaydi.
Sometimes, in almost half the patients, despite salt restriction and high dose of medicines, you will not be able to control the status. These are the patients who need a
Agar biz buni qo'lga olmasak, bizga tuz miqdorini tushirib parizda va qo'llanilgan dori vositalarimiz yordam bermasa va buni biz amalga olmasak, demakki bu patsientni operatsiyaga olib bo'lmaydi.
TIPS is a procedure which works here also. So if your patient has refractory ascites, that means not responding to medication, and the bilirubin is normal, you can offer TIPS to these patients. You may be able to save grass plant in these patients.
Agarda patologiyada qo'llaniladigan davolimiz effekti bo'lmasa va biz amaliyotga tayyorlashimizni to'g'ri bajarsak, aytgan qoidalarga rioya qilgan holatlarda biz faqat shu holatlardagina buni olishimiz mumkin. Jigarni ko'chirib o'tkazish amaliyotiga.
But TIPS only works for patients who have normal bilirubin. If patient has jaundice, TIPS does not work.
Va bilirubin miqdori ham normada bo'lishi kerak. Agar sariqlik kuzatilsa ham, bunda ham olib bo'lmaydi amaliyotga.
The third complication and the most dreaded complication of liver disease is renal dysfunction, acute kidney injury.
Va eng yana bir asoratlardan biri bu buyrak yetishmovchiligi.
It's the most dreaded bad complication, the worst complication.
Eng yomon asoratlardan biri hisoblanadi.
So somebody who develops ascites, the likelihood of that patient dying is okay. So likelihood of patient dying if he has ascites is 35% at the end of 1 year. If the patient has infection in the ascitic fluid, then 60% of these patients will die by the end of the year. And if the patient has renal dysfunction, every patient dies. That is how bad.
Bog'chadagi asoratlarni bu yerda ko'rib chiqqanimizda, asid bilan kuzatilgan bemorlarda ko'rib turganingizdek, bu yerda o'lim ko'rsatkichi 35% holatlarda 1 yil mobaynida bemorni yo'qotishi mumkinligi ko'rsatilgan. Demakki, bu vafot etishi. Qachonki buyrak yetishmovchiligi bo'lganda esa 1 yil mobaynida juda ham ko'p ko'rsatkichimiz baland. Deyarli barcha patsientlarimizni yo'qotganmiz deb aytamiz.
So if patient has renal dysfunction, it is an urgent indication for urgent indication. Patient has to undergo transplant.
Demakki, agar buyrak yetishmovchiligi kuzatildimi, bunday asorat bormi? Bu aniq va faqatgina jigar ko'chirib o'tkazish holati bilan tuzatib bo'ladigan holat.
So next complication we is hepatic encephalopathy, altered behavior in a patient who has cirrhosis.
Keyingi asorati encephalopatiya, jigardan bo'ladi.
So encephalopathy again indicates a very bad liver. That means almost 80-85% of liver is damaged.
Encephalopatiya 80 va undan yuqori protsent holatlarda jigar zararlanganda bo'ladigan holat bo'lib va eng kechki holat deb baholanadi jigar kasalliklari.
So a patient who comes to you with encephalopathy, you have to look for various causes. The commonest cause of encephalopathy is constipation. So patient with advanced liver disease should be on like commonest cause of encephalopathy in advanced liver disease is constipation.
Bir nechta
Eat red meat. White meat is fine. Chicken is okay. Eggs are fine. But no red meat. Intake of lot of in cirrhosis causes
ko'p miqdorda go'sht mahsulotlarini yeganlar uchun ularda bu holat ko'rilishi mumkin.
Third important thing here is sleeping pills or sleeping medicine should not be given to patients with cirrhosis. They also cause
encephalopathy उसमें दादी की स्टोरी मेरी सुन के पास क्योंकि अगर गुना का डोज नहीं लेना encephalopathy को क्या करना
There are two medicines which we use for treatment of hepatic encephalopathy. One is lactulose to prevent constipation, and second is rifaximin, which is an oral antibiotic.
एकता योल बोर है ना दोरी भी रिश्ता बिता लैक्टोज सिरप के लादा उज़्बेकिस्तान था इचना के लादिगन ये ना बिता दोरी बोर है ना फ्लैक्सिबिन वो दोरी बोर है ना उन्हें नाम आफलन चिकन था उषा दोरी को कसम लागा पेरिस जुदा ज़रूरत है
If a patient develops hepatic encephalopathy, they should be on both these medicines throughout life.
अगर जिगर सिरोस का संबोलसा होगा अगर तो खाया वो दोरी चीज के लगता अगर अखलाक बोली बोलसा होगा अगर जुदा या वो हालत का के लगा कि और जिगर के लोग
And the final complication is liver cancer, which we have to screen and diagnose early.
ऑक्सीजन तेरा ज़्यादा कैंसर को कसरदार जिगर दा रात और कोरदा उना अल्फा फीता प्रोटीन एनालिसिस हो रहा है CA19 एनालिसिस हो रहा है ओशा एनालिसिस का ग्राफ अनिक्लिस्ट कोरदा वो फोंदन टेस्ट वाले एनालिसिस हो रहा है
So if liver cancer becomes big in size or goes outside liver, then there is no treatment possible. Even transplant is not possible. So we have to diagnose liver cancer at the early stages.
अगर वो जिगर में तस्करी का चीज सारा टीबी टेस्ट में गया जो होगा कसर लाना सफर की शुरू अगर पोस्ट का की बन रहा है तो उशरदा नोदिन कसर लाका का इसके हुआ एनालिसिस व रग कसर अनिग्लिश करनी है तरह कोर्स
So cancer in liver, if diagnosed early, the patient should undergo a transplant.
कसरना कसरली अनिग्लिश किया कसरली क्रिटिकल की नाकाम तंबार नाका बोलते हैं उनके की ट्रांसप्लांट से का हर करके किया
I would like to end with general advice for all patients. Few things which every surrounding patient should follow.
डॉक्टर मानव कसर लागा बहुत मसला हाल के नौकरी अगर जिगर कसर बोलता होगा का नीमन किशो
So first is zero alcohol for anybody who has absolutely zero alcohol.
अगलात उम्मन इचिश मास के रखेगा
Herbal medications, conventional medications, and sleeping pills should be avoided in patients with cirrhosis.
आयुर्वेदिक दोरीलार वा औषध आदि का दोरीलार
Ayurvedic,
आयुर्वेदिक सुनाना का दोरीलार नेचुरली दोरीलार उम्मन बेरिश होंगी मास दे लादा तो यार सुदागा गुना इचिक तो जालिम के देता माका उम्मन की मासी वा औषध आदि का दोरी बेर मास जिगर से उसके लाना
all cirrhotic patients should be screened for cirrhosis. All cirrhotic patients should be screened for varices, and varices should be banded if they are fatal. We do not wait for GI bleed to happen to band.
अगर होगी और ताली फोन के सा औषध इचिदा उना बैंडिंग के लाता मना तिकी तुरादा वाला स्टार कैसे ना तुरोला औषध तिकीश के लाता और प्रो फोन के सा होगी तो ये ना जरा पोजिशन
And I will reiterate, no sleeping medicines, no tranquilizers, no sedatives for these patients.
बुनागा का सलागा उपलब्ध आदि का दोरी टीगी नार्कोटिक सुनागा दोरी लाल उमर व ट्रामाडोल ओग्रिक कत्ती को ओग्रिक भी आदि का दोरी बोलता वो बुनागा दोरी लाल उमर रुकसे पास
So, even drugs like diclofenac, meftal, mefenamic acid should not be used. The only safe painkillers in cirrhosis are paracetamol and
जिगर सिरोज लार्गा का सलागा वैदा कोप्रो दोरी भी रिश्ता मसलन करते ओग्रिक कुछ ट्रामाडोल देगा ना दोरी लार्गा बुनागा दोरी उमर रुकसे पास टीगी फकत कर से तो दोरी जिगर का सलागा रुकसे कोस्ट दोरी बेरिश उमर रुकसे क्यों करता
Dr. Abhijit will tell you about when to transplant these patients. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would like to call Dr. Abhijit over here and give some
Good afternoon once again. So, we have the slides. So, Dr. Manav has made my life very easy by telling you when a transplant is required. So, I'll be telling you our evaluation process, how we consider a patient for transplant, how we evaluate a donor, how we do the surgery, and how we take care of them post-operatively.
हमारा डॉक्टर अभिदीप डॉक्टर मानकर जुदा कतर अहमद देगा हाजिर बुलार सिलागा जिगर ट्रांसप्लांट को अधिकार का संदारगा हम सिंतरदार या रिमा मोको शुक्रिया करने का नंदा डॉक्टर अभिदीप गुजरो का जिगर ट्रांसप्लांट से खिलाड़ी हमारा बुलार इक्कीमिंग दस जोर जिगर ट्रांसप्लांट से कोशिश करने का नंदा सिलागा और जो शुक्रिया करदा या ना निमा निमा किलिश करा जाता
This is the hospital where we work, and we have a dedicated unit for liver transplant patients. It's a 12-bedded ICU and 24-bedded ward, where we keep the patients with 1:1 nursing to prevent any kind of infection. And we do around 20 to 25 liver transplants every month.
Dr. Abhidip, who we are the Max Clinical Researcher, Senior Director and HOD, Department of Jigar Transplant Support. By the running masala infection evolution, and the Kirishada, Sonala Boragan, and the Jigar Transplant Support, and the Bolivia Boragan.
So, this is data by WHO where it talks about the liver disease burden in the world. So, if we look at this part of the world has high liver disease burden, and the overall liver disease population is increasing in the world.
World Health Organization और करीब उनका जिगर बोझ देता लाभ हो रहा है कंचा मामला का दादा जिगर सिरोसिस का संबंध हो रहा है वो मतलब शुक्रिया दिलाता है
So, talking about history of liver transplant, attempted in 1960s, but this was the first report of successful liver transplant, which was done in 1967 by Professor Starzer in USA.
वो जिगर ट्रांसप्लांट से आगे से का शुक्रिया करता हूँ मना बिल्डिंग तो किसी ultimate शेल्टर को जिगर कैसा बोला लेकिन बिल्डिंग तो किसी ultimate शेल्टर चीज जिगर ट्रांसप्लांट से बिल्डिंग किल करने का वो नतीजे जो दया अच्छी चीज है
So these were all livers from the dead donors. The first successful living donor liver transplant was done in 1989.
बिल्डिंग तो किसी ultimate शेल्टर चीज था हम्मा donor organ donor लागत जिगर organ है लेकिन बिल्डिंग तो किसी toxin section तो किसी चीज था ओजेगा normally order होता है जिगर organ लेकिन कोशिश करने का
That's Professor Starzer who did world's first transplant from 1967 to now. Not many things have changed in the field of liver transplant.
वो डॉक्टर अभिदीप है का और जिगर ट्रांसप्लांट से ऑर्गेनिस्ट करता है वो ग्रीनची जिगर ट्रांसप्लांट से किंगन डॉक्टर वो अमेरिका में रहना बुलाता तजुर्बा ला रहा है
I was actually trained in the same hospital where this transplant was done.
वो होते शुद्ध बिल्कुल बलिन सादा डॉक्टर अभिदीप ने तजुर्बा को रखा हो गया था बहुत बहुत ऑर्गेनिक के
So if you talk about India, the first successful transplant in India was done in 1998, and since then now there are 100 centers which are doing liver transplant in India.
हिंदुस्तान का ग्रीनची जिगर स्पेशलिस्ट क्लिनिक तो किसी टॉक्सिन से किसी चीज दा बोझना का वो उनका टीकिन यूज करना जीरो जिगर ट्रांसप्लांट से बलिन सलाह करना जिगर बोझना था आइदा नतीजा लाभ होगा निमानिका किलर कुछ
So in India we do approximately 2,000 to 2,400 transplants every year, out of which around 230 transplants are done at PLK hospital.
डॉक्टर अभिदीप हरिल इकिमिंग की अप्रोच जिगर ट्रांसप्लांट से बोझना पैदा कसला नागा कोई ट्रांसप्लांट से बोझना
This is kind of one of the highest survival average in the world.
हिंदुस्तान का वाबतून चौहान बोझा कर कपड़ा सा नतीजा लाभ एंड की आशा होता है and करता नतीजा लाभ होगा इसलिए
So I will skip this part. This part Dr. Manav has already covered. Whenever someone has a liver disease and we have to decide which patient needs medical treatment and which patient needs surgery, we follow certain criteria. So these are the four criteria we look at: the need for transplant, timing for transplant, treat the complication, stabilize the patient, and then do the transplant.
Dokter mana holding roles lada shooting kira kan mana anda udah dokter beli chodi ya dokter kacau transplant se kira karena kaya all transplant se kira bola sunaka tori sabor kan bola kinga transplant se kira kacau transplant se kira kan ehwal karena kaya dua terus
So these are the supports we follow, but most important thing in my mind is this: someone has refractory ascites, problems with the ascites, or infection in the belly, or